welcome everyone to Rice-Eccles Stadium and one of the most intimidating environments in all of college football. Mostly because the Utah Utes are always a handful. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. And the Utes will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And now we'll get a look at this offense for the first time today. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Handoff to the single running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Now, how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He makes a catch. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
They'll go to the ground. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Now on first down from the 28. Going with the ground game left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door 1st and goal.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. On the ground. And he burrows his way into the end zone.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Utah Utes offense will have its first possession of the game. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these 2-star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these 2 dudes on the field. They're 2 of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking for man-to-man coverage. I can promise you that. They'd be like, give me some help over here. But we're going to see some split screens, and we're going to see who had more catches, who had more yards. We're definitely going to be breaking that down this game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Grabbed over the middle. It's Keithy. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. They move the tight end all over. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game, and there's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
The Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll bring it back. It's Bannister. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run. I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
He leaves it with his back. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Out of the gun, the inside give. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Off the play fake on first down. Gets it out fast. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
That last completion has him set up, second and short. They'll run play action. Quick strike complete. Into the end zone for a touchdown. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense do it whenever they want.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Pulls and throws out the RPO. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Wilson will throw. He's right on target. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Now the pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
And the Utes are on the move. They're going to go right back to him on first down. At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
The Utes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Movement here from the tight end. A 1st down run in the red zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Then you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wilson to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And I want to be aggressive in these situations. When I got 2nd and goal, I want to go out and try to get that touchdown. But I do like how he didn't force the ball into coverage, didn't make a big mistake, throw a turnover in this area. You want to make sure you can guarantee points. You still got 3rd and goal coming up, and if you want to go for it on 4th.
Third and goal coming up here. He's looking downfield to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Bernard. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Berry. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved, get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Got his man. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the 1st down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. He wants to throw. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. The sure hands, it's Allen.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Salt Lake City. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He'll do it himself. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
Well, this defense knew that they were going to be seeing some option in this game, and right now everybody's doing a nice job playing their assignments. On the third play of that drive, they were expecting it, and everyone communicating and all rallying to the football. That was nice to see if you're the coaching staff.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. They'll run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You see all this movement in football now, all this stemming. The defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running game.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds a man on the left. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Trying play action. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown. Well, 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 somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Stanley. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Off-play action on 1st down. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Jet sweep, trying to get the edge. Still on his feet at the 45. Big gain on that one as he stepped out of bounds with a 1st down.
Great job by the running back there with the vision and patience. He sees the hole, puts his foot in the ground. He's able to get north up the field with a great burst and get the 1st down.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its 1st touchdown. It's 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. The give to the back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, on that 3rd down play, I think the quarterback's got to do a little bit of better job really selling pass. I think he kind of hurried it up too fast, got the ball to the running back. He didn't fool anybody. Back got tackled for loss. Now it's 4th.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. He's looking to throw. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Quick handoff. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Man, that D-tackle's a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back, cat-like quickness?
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Running back searching for a hole. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Brings up 4th down.
The punt team makes its way onto the field.
On to punt it away.
Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on 2nd. Wilson will throw. Caught. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd down coming up.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Pittman. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Utes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the tight end. Got his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And that is a different collision. When you're trying to hit the tight end after he catches the football, this ain't a 185-pound wide receiver. Most of these guys 240, 250, 260. Try to go low, take out those ankles. And you see a lot of times that's when they hurdle, or they're used to it too, but those big, strong athletes are hard to get to the ground.
He'll just keep slinging it. With the catch, it's Parks. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
The Utes racing to the line in the hurry-up. He's looking for a man on second down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Wilson to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fires to the big fella. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. 4th down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Utah!
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. You still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after making the extra point, they're down 24-13. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They got it. Able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Brings up 2nd down.
After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. Wilson will throw. Fires to the right. It's complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pressure coming. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And there's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a 1st down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the 2nd time. Catch is made at the 15. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Wilson to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. The expressway is wide open. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go. But great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
First part of the equation complete with the touchdown. Now the 2-point try if you want to make the deficit just a field goal. They'll put the tight end in motion. Trying to run it in. He gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War Chant is going full throat, and boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Seminoles will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tigers' return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Pulls and fires complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. To the air, it's Nussmeier. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. Well, after the quarterback put the ball on the deck, he went into damage control mode and was able to get back on top of it.
Yeah, he's really lucky. You remember, quarterbacks, they're not practicing the same ball security as running backs are, per se, each and every week in practice, but that's no excuse. That quarterback has got to do a better job putting onto the ball.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. The Seminoles offense will go to work for the first time today. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
Trying to convert this second and short. Here's the handoff. Tackled, but he has a first down.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Glenn. Got his man quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Benson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Catch in the middle. It's Douglas. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Noles look to do some damage in the red zone. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
Went up top on 2nd down. That leaves them needing a yard here on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Got enough space. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Got his man downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
Handoff from the shotgun.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quick pass on the fly motion. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man, it's Anderson. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Oh, man, did he turn that one loose and fired it into the teeth of the zone.
And you know as a quarterback, Reese, when you're throwing it to the perimeter of the field on these curl routes, you've got to have some heat. You've got to have arm talent to get that ball out quickly into the hands of your receiver before all those defenders can get to it. Man, this QB's got a cannon.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Looking for a man, it's Nussmeier. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
He'll try to tack on one more. Splits the uprights. An 84-yard drive there. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Wide open downfield. He's loose down the left side. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Florida State. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. He's got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Got stuffed on first down, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Lacey. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. And the ball is picked off. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Makes the catch. It's Brown.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Going to the running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
Well, they were able to get a field goal, put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would like to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Makes the grab down the middle. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. That last completion sets him up on second down. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He's looking to throw it. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Going up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Toafili. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
2nd and short now after that completion. To the air, it's Glenn. Quickly complete. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He wants to throw. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the 1st down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Toafili. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He's got an open man. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at Bobby Bowden Field.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Glenn. Got it set up on the outside. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
The Seminoles send out the punt unit. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Got it in the middle. It's Taylor. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
And the Tigers headed quickly to the line. From the shotgun, the inside give. They stripped it out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Offensive players, when they got the ball, man, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. From the gun, the ground game. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
And the Noles will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. They'll run it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, no! Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
PAT unit on the field.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Quickly to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Got him downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Back to the air one more time. Grabbed in the middle. It's Durham.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
Inside a minute to go here in the 3rd. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Throws for the tight end. And that pass picked off. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll throw it on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Douglas. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Yeah, and it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida, and when the Seminoles get those guys, man, those teams fly.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Second down coming up.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3.
31. LSU 14.
Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Wants to pass it. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. He makes the connection. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. He's going to pass. A strike downfield. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here shortly in the future.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Parker. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
LSU quick to the line. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. He's looking to throw. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Looking for a man. It's Glenn. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the upright.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Daniels. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Lacey. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Unleashes it. Connection to the right. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
Ball's incomplete. Third down coming.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Yeah, and the defensive lineman, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants a big play here late. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Boulder, Colorado, one of the most picturesque locations in the world, let alone for college football, and you will see plenty of Buffaloes roaming here. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. as we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Buffaloes will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Cyclones' return team will have that offense backed up. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball on quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Makes a connection. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Cyclones have it with a first and 10. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out. Get it out on the screen.
Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense will get the ball for the first time. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be cheating that way from his free safety position.
You're right, because as a quarterback, I just can't throw to my guy in the perimeter, right? I got to attack the middle of the field. The problem is you've got one of the best safeties in the nation who likes to lay people out.
Yeah, roaming the middle of the field, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's got an eye on that receiver out there, too, that's dynamic. So let's see what kind of day he can have.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's second and 10. Back to throw. It's Sanders. This time he's got his man. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And the Buffaloes want to move quickly. Looking to go up top on first down. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
And now on second down for this offense. They're going to throw it again. Got it behind the line. It's Hunter. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And the Buffaloes are flying down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Offense gets set for second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Pulls it in. It's Horn. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Looking to throw, it's Sanders. Working that left side now. And they wrap him up, but not before. He gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying along the field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
They'll leave it with him. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
The Buffaloes want to pick up the tempo. Takes it from the gun on third down. Shoots it to the left. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
Well, the coaching staff's going to have to talk to him about making quicker decisions. Today, if guys aren't open right away, take off and run or throw it away. But you can't hold it for that long.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Sanders. Snags it. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Just threw that one way too far.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The coach has to be happy with that.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Beck. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Getting some heat. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs, we got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
The Cyclones line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give them a first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
They'll give it to him again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
And the Buffaloes want to crank the tempo. They move the tight end all over. Out of the gun to give to the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Wants to throw. It's Sanders. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. If you're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Hunter. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
And the Buffaloes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on 1st down, stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they are having none of it.
It's still 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Higgins. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Back to pass. It's Beck. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. At the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. He's got it. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. With the catch, it's Jackson. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far today in Boulder, and welcome in to the halftime update. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, let's send it back to the guys more than a mile above sea level at Folsom Field.
Cyclones will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The Buffaloes will hustle to the line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Shakes off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Slips through the line. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Trying to move them on the counter. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Gain of 1. Second down coming up.
Offense in an empty set. To throw, it's Beck. Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. And the Cyclones will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And the Buffaloes in the hurry up. Holds and fires complete to the right. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
They try to pop a run on the draw.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Off the RPO, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
And that last run leaves him with a 3rd down. Will they keep it on the ground? Looking to pass. It's Sanders. The quick out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Out of the backfield, he's open. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got room on the return. The 20. Touchdown, Cyclones! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field, and you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
Getting set for the point after.
On for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7.
That makes the score Colorado 17, Iowa State 7.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Dropping back, it's Sanders. Looking for a deep man. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And that is no fun for that wide receiver, thinking you just ran all the way downfield for that. You're not out here trying to run gassers or get conditioning. You're trying to catch TDs. What's going on?
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
The Buffaloes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. They've built a cushion, they've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quick completion on the out route. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Caught close to the marker, it's Higgins. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Beck. He looks that one in nicely. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. They're trying to get to it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Well, not on this play.
After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Release to the back. Finds his man. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Buffaloes come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Gonna let it fly. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bucs! Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Jackson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They're bringing heat. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
To the air. It's Beck. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football? A little ballet moment there. They'll throw it on first down. Got his man. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Cyclones getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got a man in the middle. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the Cyclones are in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Looking for the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Iowa State. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. They'll run it from the gun. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Movement here from the tight end. To the ground with the back. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
Well, at this situation in the game now, with the lead, you know the offense is just going to try and run the football, bleed the clock, and ice this game.
And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory.